hot word today is sustainability, of course. And I think to myself, how long has agriculture been around? Maybe back to Adam and Eve? I'm not sure, but it would seem to me that we already have a hook on sustainability. And not only do we have a hook on it, but we have improved ourselves and we are producing more. We're doing it with better methods. We're saving the soil. We're great stewards of the land, and I think we already have the right sustainability model.
Congresswoman Ellmers, thank you for joining us.
I'm glad to be here, thank you.
Why did you decide to run for Congress?
Well, I decided to run, I am a nurse, and I've been a nurse for 21 years, very concerned about health care, and I really had to run for office because I was very concerned with where the country was going. I was concerned about what our president was saying about wanting to make the changes in health care that he was making, and I'm just a firm believer that if you're going to change something, you need to change it at the root cause, and but what better way to change Washington than to change those who are there? So I felt that the person who was our representative really wasn't representing the vision, the needs, the morals and values of our community, and so I decided to run.
Was it the health care issue that really clinched it for you? Because I read in your bio where you actually went to a town hall meeting on this topic.
Yes, it really was the clincher. I saw my life changing. My husband's a surgeon. It's our livelihood. It's what we've dedicated our lives to. And knowing that it was going to change one way or another, I just said, I can sit back and be a victim of what's going to happen, or I can jump in with both feet and try to make a good, positive change to that effort, and that's what I did.
What have your constituents sent you to Washington to do?
They have sent me to Washington to change Washington, and I know change is probably a bad word these days. It really hasn't gotten as much play. But basically, the American people, and those in my district, District 2 in North Carolina, they are tired of Washington and the game playing, the politics. They want folks to go to Washington and really make a big difference in our country. Our economy is suffering. We need jobs. We need to get the private sector motivated again. Of course, agriculture, agribusiness being a huge part of my district, that's a great place to get started. And we need to do the things that really matter in order to change those things. And that's what my folks have sent me here to do, because I'm not a politician. I'm someone with real world experience who can go there and make the changes, and that's what I've done.
You going to stick with principles, or are you going to move to the middle and try to, where possible, seek compromise? Because the country, and particularly this body, this Congress, is as polarized as it has been in decades.
Well, you know what? I am a firm believer that you can compromise on positions, but you can't compromise on principle. If you stick to your core principles, you're going to be just fine. And it does get difficult. I mean, there have been many votes that have been difficult that we've taken. And, sometimes, look, I'm ready to reach across the aisle and work with the folks on the other side to make these things happen, because you know what? This economy does not discriminate. It doesn't matter whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, independent, Tea Party person, you're still feeling the same effects. Good place to see that is at the gas pump. It doesn't matter who you are, that gas price is high, and we've got to do something about those issues.
Tell us about your district.
My district is made up of just the most wonderful people, and I am so honored to be representing them. It's heavily agriculture. We have pork producers, poultry producers, sweet potato. We're the #1 producer of sweet potatoes in my district, and across the board, tobacco, cotton. Again, all of these things. It's a trickle-down effect. Agriculture being the core and the heart of our district, and then small businesses. And hey, our farmers are small business owners as well. And this is what's making us strong. And I'm willing to make all the changes necessary in order to turn these things around. And what I mean by that is pull back on government regulation, take away those threats of higher taxation and decrease taxes. One of the biggest things that affects our farmers is the estate tax. And although it has backed off a little bit, I want to eliminate it permanently, because you know our farmers are family-owned businesses, and we're passing them down, and our farmers need to be protected, and their families need to be protected.
What does Renee Ellmers do when she wants to get away from the office and get away from thinking about work?
Well, I'll tell you, you know, here in D.C., it's hard. You know, my week is full, and I go from morning till night, and we do work very hard. When it's time to go home, it feels good. You know, whether I'm just on the back porch with my family, my husband and my son, and the dog and 2 cats, or we head to the beach. I think that's where I find my greatest peace, is when we're just out on the boat or just looking out at the water.
North Carolina 2nd District Representative Renee Ellmers. Congresswoman, thank you so much for the time.
Well, thank you. It's been wonderful talking with you.